Hi guys, welcome back to another video of TK Explains. Today in this video I am going to recap a 2019 romance thriller movie named Sinister Seduction, which is about the relationship of a boy with his friend's mom and the revenge. I hope you will enjoy the video. So let's start. In the beginning of the movie we see a man jogging at night. His name is Mark. Then suddenly a man comes there and attacks him with a knife and kills him. Later, we are shown Mark's wife. Her name is Sharon and she is very sad because of her husband's death. She wakes up and goes to her son Anthony's room to wake him up for school. Anthony then leaves for school, and Sharon goes to her work. After that, she meets Detective Barnes, who is investigating her husband's case. They are friends since childhood and Barnes have feelings for her. He tells her that the investigation is still ongoing, and a resolution will be available soon. Meanwhile at school, Anthony is being bullied by a boy named Brent. Then a boy named Dylan arrives there and saves Anthony. The next day, Dylan introduces Anthony to Megan, a girl he has a crush on. After that, Dylan takes Anthony to play football in the school grounds, where Brent tries to hurt Anthony again. Then the coach punishes him. Later in the locker room, Anthony asks Dylan, "Why you are helping me so much?" Then Dylan tells Anthony that he knows how it feels to lose a father. He then reveals that my father committed suicide 2 years back. Anthony didn't find his clothes in his locker. He then finds his clothes in toilet. It looks like someone has dumped his clothes in toilet intentionally to tease him. Actually, it was Brent who did this to bully Anthony. Dylan then drives Anthony back home in his car, where Sharon is worried because it was too late. Anthony then explains her that he had to attend the football tryouts and that's why he got late. Then after introducing Dylan to his mom, he asks her if he may plan a pool party for that evening. Sharon is pleased to hear this because it shows that Anthony is starting to socialize again. She invites Dylan and makes preparations for the party as well. While at the party, Dylan goes into the house to use restroom. While searching for the restroom, he accidentally enters into Sharon's room and begins to look at their family pictures. When Sharon comes there, he apologizes to her for entering the room and tells her that his father also passed away. She feels sorry for him and tries to comfort him. Dylan then visits Sharon's property a few days later. Actually, Sharon is in the real estate business and she also owns this house. However, she no longer desires to live in this house as he misses Mark there. Dylan informs him that, "My uncle wants to buy this property," and then he inspects the entire house. A few days later in football practice, Anthony does better than Brent. After observing Anthony play well, Brent gets irritated. And after that he walks to Anthony's locker to dump Anthony's clothes again in toilet. However, the locker is locked this time. Dylan arrives there after this and threatens him after noticing Brent close to Anthony's locker. One day at Sharon's house, as she walks down to make coffee in the morning, Dylan was already seated there waiting for Anthony. She gets shocked and covers herself. But Dylan apologizes and offers to wait outside if she prefers. Sharon responds that she wasn't expecting anyone at the time so he could sit there by himself. She also tells him that she is grateful for what he is doing for Anthony. Dylan gives her a hug and they leave for the school. Here in the school, Dylan encourages Anthony to ask Megan for a date. Then Anthony asks Megan for a date, and she agrees. The same night, Dylan gives his car to Anthony to go on date and he stays at Anthony's home. Dylan and Sharon are now alone at home and they both discuss the problems going on in their lives. Meanwhile, Anthony's date is also going well, and he gets a chance to kiss Megan. After this, Sharon goes to take a bath and then Dylan joins her by taking off his clothes. Sharon sees this but she didn't stop him, and their affair starts from here. After some time, Anthony returns home and Dylan went to his house, and here we get to know that Dylan is living in a very bad condition and he was only pretending to be rich in front of others. However, whatever is happening till now is no coincidence and Dylan has become Anthony's friend for a reason. Later in school, Brent meets Dylan and tells him that he knows about one of his truths and will tell everyone. Hearing this, Dylan becomes concerned that maybe Brent know about his truth, so he makes a plan and meets Anthony and says, "You'll have to tell a lie for me." Anthony has no choice but to agree. Then after cutting his hand with a knife, Dylan goes and tells everyone that Brent was the one who did it to him. Then Detective Barnes also shows up at the school because it is a serious matter, and he tells Sharon everything. Sharon then arrives there too. When Barnes questions Dylan, Dylan responds, "Brent stabbed me and he also threatened Anthony." When Barnes asks Anthony whether it's true, Anthony would respond, "Yes, it's true." Due to this, Brent is expelled from school. Sharon then arrives home with Anthony and asks him why he never told her that you were bullied at school. As they argue about this, Anthony gets angry and leaves from there. Dylan sends Sharon a message asking her to visit that property once more. Sharon agrees. And when Dylan arrives, the two of them get close and start kissing. After that, someone records the two of them kissing on camera. They spend the night together at the house, and the next morning when the doorbell rings, Sharon awakens Dylan and goes downstairs to open the door. Sharon's secretary Katie arrives because the house is scheduled to go up for sale that day. Sharon had forgotten about the program, and Katie was surprised that she was there so early since she doesn't live there. Sharon decided to tell Katie that she had slept over because she had a fight with Anthony because she was worried that Katie may discover Dylan upstairs. Fortunately, when Katie got to the bedroom, Dylan had already departed, but he left his shock behind, and Katie finds it, but she didn't react as she thinks Sharon is dating someone. Megan meets Anthony at school the following day and shows her the kissing video. Here we get to know that it was Megan who had captured the video last night. Actually, Megan had learned the truth about Dylan, and after she informed Dylan of it, Dylan called Megan to meet her at the location where he had been kissing Sharon. Megan then created this video, after which she informed Anthony that Dylan was lying to everyone and that even his name wasn't Dylan, and he had graduated from high school 3 years before. Dylan had purposefully called me to that location so that I could capture the video of him and Sharon. It was strange that after knowing all this, Anthony didn't react much and tells Megan that this is not his mom's first affair and leaves from there. After that, Dylan meets Megan and he grabs her phone and saves the video to his phone, and then he posts it online. Sharon eventually finds out that someone has posted a video of him and Dylan kissing on social media, which makes her tensed. Then, Anthony receives a message from Megan's number in which she requested him to meet at Dylan's house. However, when he arrives there, Dylan comes from behind and hits him on the head, and here we get to know that it was Dylan who messaged him from Megan's phone. Sharon tries to contact Anthony but receives no response. Then she gets a message from Megan that Anthony will stay at her home tonight. Actually, Dylan has messaged her from Megan's phone. Later, she receives a message from Joe, the one she had an affair with before, asking her to meet him. Before leaving, Sharon tells Detective Barnes about this and requests him to meet her there. When Sharon arrives there, she sees Dylan there, and then Dylan tells him the whole truth that Joe, the one she had an affair with, was Dylan's father. And when everyone learns about their affair, his dad committed suicide, and Dylan blames Sharon for all this, and that's why he wanted to take revenge from her. Then he also reveals that it was Dylan who killed Mark, and then he gives Sharon a knife and also tells her to commit suicide. He threatens her that he has Anthony, and if she doesn't do so, he will kill Anthony. But Sharon does not listen to him, and then she stabs the knife in Dylan's leg and starts running from there. Meanwhile, Barnes also comes there and she tells him the whole story. Barnes then goes inside the house in search of Dylan, but he didn't find him there, as Dylan has already escaped from there. Both Sharon and Barnes heads to Dylan's house to rescue Anthony. Here, Anthony gains consciousness and finds that he is tied to a tree in forest along with Megan. Then they both help each other and release themselves. When Sharon and Barnes arrives there and heads to the woods, Barnes is left behind, and then Dylan attacks him from behind with a knife and injured him. Barnes faints there. Dylan then picks up Barnes' gun and points it on Sharon. At the same time, Anthony comes there and tries and convince him not to do anything stupid. Then Megan strikes him from behind. Sharon picks up the gun once again and hits Dylan with it to make him unconscious, and then she prepares to murder Dylan, but Anthony stops her. In the last scene, we are shown that Sharon is dating Barnes, and the relationship between Anthony and his mom also gets better, and they are happy now, and the movie ends here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for such awesome videos. You can also check out more interesting videos like this on the channel. Thank you and hope to see you next one.